COVID-19 and the subsequent nationwide lockdown have shifted businesses and schools online. There has been a surge in demand for e-learning players offering upskilling, certification, and training programs. Companies that invested in building digital competencies like data science, analytics, and artificial intelligence, among others, over the past decade have benefited from this shift. Low-cost mobile data and smartphones have made the use of technology more accessible. But COVID-19 has also put into spotlight the stark digital divide in the country. In a global comparison, India has the cheapest internet with 1 GB data costing $0.09. But access to smartphones is still a luxury in many Indian households. According to market research firm TechArc, India had 502 million smartphone users as of December 2019. According to a survey by child rights NGO Smile Foundation, 56% of children have no access to smartphones. The recent incident where a father of 2 children had to sell his cow, the only source of income, to buy a smartphone for his children's remote education, shines a light on this divide. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Kerala's Devika Balakrishnan, the 14-year-old daughter of a daily wage laborer, reportedly chose to end her life as she was left without access to online classes amid the lockdown. Only around 11% of households are estimated to have access to laptops and computers which have a bigger screen and are more suited for this purpose. While 35% of households in Delhi have access to a computer or laptop, the number is minuscule at just 4.6% of households in Bihar. As educational institutes remain shut, digitally deprived children will face the long-term impact of the lockdown, threatening their right to education. According to a 2017-18 report by Ministries of Statistics on key indicators of household and social consumption on education in India, internet access across states is disproportional. As a result, digital teaching and student assessments are disproportionately impacted, especially in the rural household lacking proper digital infrastructure. Power cuts and the number of hours of electricity required per day to charge phones and use the internet also add to the troubles. Despite the government's push for 100% electrification, quality and the number of hours of electricity is still a question in some districts. While the Ministry of Education's National Education Policy 2020 plans to bring e-courses in regional languages, there is no such option available until its implementation. Standard e-learning material on massive open learning online courses is still in English, putting a section of the society at a disadvantage. The digital divide is not only glaring between the rich and the poor, but it is also evident across states and between Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. It is evident between English and non-English speakers and even based on gender. According to a Nielsen survey, 67% of men in urban India had access to the internet, compared to just 33% in case of women. The gap is wider in rural India. As going digital becomes a necessity for education, health, and other essential services, bridging the digital divide through a government-private partnership becomes imperative.